Hello everybody, I'm Sampy and welcome back to more Metroid Other M. In the last episode, we fought some robots called Graham, we stomped on some big worms, and we basically walked around in one big old circle, all to open this door. So, why don't we actually go through it and have a look, see what awaits. So, in this room there's quite a lot of Goombas walking around. Goombas? These aren't Goombas, these are Geemers. Geemers wandering about, and these flying guys whose names I can't remember. You don't really have to take care of them, but I'm going to anyway, just for the sake of it. More of them tend to keep popping out of the ground, but eventually they will stop. When you get to this end of the room, it's kind of just like a dead end. You're kind of left thinking, where am I supposed to go? And if you look up, you can see the door here, or a door, which is a super missile door. But even if we could break through that, hello, what are you? Dude, I'm trying to speak. Even if you could get through it, it just we can't get up there. So, oh well. The map will be telling us that there is an item just behind it, but like I say, we still can't get up there, and all there probably is going to be through there is the item. So what you're supposed to do is come all the way back to the beginning of the room, and on the left here, there's a easy to miss little morph ball tunnel. So we're going to roll up that, we'll blow up this rock, and you need to actually jump properly here. If you try laying a bomb to like hop across that gap, it doesn't work, which is... for me, playing a lot of Metroid Prime, that's usually what I try to do. Usually you just fall out the pipe if you do that. Anyway, up here, found one of these holographic computer things, so we'll press that. And this time we're actually turning the hologram off to make some progress. We can't, like, just walk through the hologram. It's still, like, a solid area that you can't get past. But now that we've turned it off, we see there's actually a little weak spot in it here. And there's a teeny tiny crack. So what we need to do is hop up and... Whoops. Oh, well, that was generous. We can blow it up with a morph ball bomb. You can actually blow it up without turning the hologram off, or turn it on, I should say. But that just kind of, that's just there to like reveal it and let you see it. So anyway, now we're in an underground passage again with some sort of webs and some flies stuck in them. So basically we're just going to be walking out, making our way through this passage. A bunch of charge shots really just seem to do the job pretty well, along with the diffusion beam, just taking out everything in our path. This is nice. Just waltz on through, no problem at all. Okay. Oh, hello! You're not a fly. You're, another one of those big fellas. What are they called? Griptions or something? Wow, there we go. Nice lethal strike. Oh, that was nice. We did a lethal strike without it telling us what to do. Alright, anyway. Now we've got rid of everything in this corridor. We can walk through into this big room. This is the biological experiment floor, apparently. This room's a bit weird because it's enormous and it kind of, like, looks like it's a big deal, but there's only really one way to go and there's not actually a lot in here. I kind of get the feeling that, like, somebody spent a lot of time making this and they were very proud of it. But there's just like, all you need to do is just climb up this big round thing in the middle. I don't know what these things are, but to me they sound like seagulls when you shoot them. Which just kind of amused me, I don't know why. We're like walking plant things that make seagull-like noises. I mentioned the sound briefly in the last episode, some sort of weird choices with music and stuff. Oh, hello, here's another one. And it just kind of reminds me of something back in the first episode, during the very first cutscene, is when the baby Metroid gets destroyed by Mother Brain in that sort of flashback cutscene, that you can hear like a scream, like a child screaming, as though that's supposed to be the baby Metroid. I mean, I know they were probably going for some kind of symbolism there or something, but that just kind of amuses me. It's a Metroid, it's not a child, for God's sake. Anyway. Picked up a missile tank there, now we need to walk all the way back up, because it's kind of the only way to get that is to drop back down and then make your way up again. As you could probably tell, I've been shooting these things when they open up. If you're careless and you get too close to them, they'll kind of grab you and drag you about a bit. But they're generally not too big of a threat if you just stay back and missile them. Okay, so when you get to the top here, if you're not an idiot like me, you will notice that there's a big old hole here in the middle. When I first played this game, I was very confused. I was expecting there to be like a door or some kind of platform that you were supposed to, jump to. I've just jumped off, that wasn't very clever. Yeah, to sort of, like a platform or something, some other way to go, to like continue on your path. I didn't notice the hole in the background. This is where you're supposed to go. You're supposed to jump in here, so let's do that. And at the bottom, we are forced into another one of these first-person perspective things. This one is one of the more annoying ones because we can spin a full 360 degrees and we can look kind of up at the ceiling as well. We'll notice this big old pink thing that will just kind of drop through. What you're supposed to look at is these guys over here, these kind of little brown worm things. It's kind of easy to miss. If you listen very closely, you can kind of hear them shuffling about, so I guess that's a hint, but it's still kind of a bit stupid, this one. Anyway, lock onto pretty much any one of them to continue. Whoa, sense move right out of the cutscene. Okay, so this is kind of a mini boss, or maybe just full on boss time. These are key hunters or kai hunters. I never really know what their names are or how you're supposed to pronounce them. Basically, there's a whole bunch of them just kind of swarming about. The best thing to really do is just keep sense moving and using charge shots, and your diffusion beam should take them out. Oh, hello. Try and stay away from that thing in the middle, because apparently you're sliding down that. I really love, once you shoot the wings off, you can just kind of run up to them, grab her by the tail, and Samus just fucking launches them across the room. It really makes me laugh, that. Anyway, after a while, after you've kind of shot a few of them, it kind of changes to this phase. And what you want to be doing is kind of locking onto these kind of obvious parts of the vines, shooting them with a missile, and that kind of breaks the entire vine that's holding up this big thing in the middle. I don't think I explained that very well. Basically, shoot the weak points that are shooting at you. After you've shot a couple of them, I think you get a little bit of time to take out as many as you can. We get more waves of these kai hunters, I don't know. So you just kind of keep doing the usual thing, fling them around. I've noticed if you time it right, you can actually kind of jump on the heads and do a lethal strike. An overblast. It's a little difficult to time, and it's probably not the most efficient way of doing it anyway. So I've just kind of, whoops, just keep going to the charge shots. I'll see if I can actually do it to one of them. There you go. Kind of jumped up and grabbed one. Oh, and she just rips its wings off. That's kind of brutal. Wow. Okay, that's another new thing I didn't know you could do. Okay, let's just keep blasting them. See if we can grab one. Yeah. I love when you're spinning it around as well. Like, if you hit anything with it, it's kind of like a little axe or something, like a swinging axe. If you hit any of the other winged guys with it, you will do damage to, which is nice. Anyway, we've only got one more of these fine things to shoot off, so let's just get rid of that. Oh, hello. Did my missile just disappear? Oh, I was too slow. That's really annoying. Now it's closed, and I've got another wave of these guys to deal with. Wait, no, it's open again. I'm very confused as to what's going on here. I'm pointing at the screen. Let's just shoot it now. End of this phase. Okay. Once you've shot all the vines down, the big old hive in the middle will crash down onto that rock and break open and reveal the king. This is the king key hunter. And this is like the second phase of this fight, which is actually a lot easier, because pretty much everything just congregates in that one area, so you can just kind of sense move around and blast them all with the diffusion beam, and then you just want to be locking on to the king and blasting him with missiles, or charge shots even, that seems to work too. So let's just try and all you really need to do is just get these guys out of the way so they don't cause you any trouble. Then, what the hell is the camera doing? I really wish it wouldn't do that. And then you just lock on and blast it with missiles. I'm not really sure how many it takes, but it's... The king itself doesn't put up much of a fight, and once it's dead, it turns to stone? I don't really understand that. There's a big old fly in the camera. That's kind of annoying. And then they fly off.
Some creatures use the powers of others to capture their prey. Watching this disgusting beast, I felt as though it was feeding off my power as well. At the same time, a thought crossed my mind. That howl I heard earlier, could this creature have been the source?
Samus, head to the biosphere test area in your current sector. There should be some important information about this facility in that exam center. The other members are en route. Quickly, go meet them there.
Excellent. Okay, so a few things to talk about after that. Firstly, our furry little friend seems to get less and less cute every time we see him. He's certainly not as cute as he was on our first time we encountered him, when he was just kind of bouncing around. When we get to the top of this slope, there's a little grate there that we can blow up, and if we can jump up here, we can roll all the way back down, and we can grab this energy part, once we've blown up a second grate, which you probably saw as we came through the door. So there's another energy part. Excellent. We're 50% of the way to another energy tank, so that's good. Anyway, the king key hunter, Kai hunter. Ah, Jesus, something shot web at me. That was really weird. He was featured kind of briefly in one of the Smash Brothers directs, like long before Smash 4 was released. It was kind of amusing to me, really. He was featured as like they showed like a silhouette of him, and it was like a "who's this character" kind of moment. You know, like who's that Pokemon? But you know, for not just Pokemon. And I don't think anybody knew who it was, because like nobody remembers the names of half of these characters from Metroid Other M, so it was just kind of amusing to me. Well, anyway, I also think it's kind of nice now, at the end of that little cutscene there, we got some actual like directions from Adam. Because for the last couple of episodes, all we've really been told is to explore Sector 1. Which is like, fine, Metroid games are about exploring, but it just seemed kind of purposeless. Purposeless? Is that a word? Without purpose, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, in this room, I don't even know why I spent so long in here. If you have the grapple beam, you can actually swing up here, and you can get back to a large room that we were in like episode 2, I think, where there was a whole bunch of different routes, but I said that we could only go through one of them. From that room, you can get to the other side of this big wall, but we can't go any further because we need the grapple beam to get over it from either side. So it would have been nice if Adam would have just activated the grapple beam for us. We could have just swung over this big old wall and we would have been here a lot sooner. But no, we have to go walking around in big old circles. Anyway, there's nothing else to find in that way, so let's go up here and we'll find ourselves in a navigation booth. So let's save our game. Okay, so now we've saved the game, that shows us a little bit more of the map and shows us where we need to be heading next, which is over here to this navigation booth. Got a few corridors to run through first, so let's go do that. There's also a little bit of a different route that we could go if we wanted to, so let's have a look down there. A couple more Rios in this corridor. The lock-ons... okay. Like, when you're shooting in little corridors and there's these little pill bug guys are here, it always tends to favour shooting at them, which is particularly annoying because you can't actually kill them with normal shots. Missiles don't kill them, but if you can drop a couple of morph ball bombs around them, they should take care of them quite nicely. Anyway, if you were to run across this bridge and head through that door at the end, looking at the map again, there is a lift over there, but that lift is locked right now and we can't go anywhere. So all you need to really do in this room is press this computer, and this should retract this bridge. That's what I was looking for, retract. And now we can get down below. Now, if you kind of running around under here, there's not really that much to look at, but you may notice this tiny little hole on the left here. Rolling on through here will eventually lead us to this kind of dead end, but you can see that there's a box there, which means there's a pickup for us to collect. Fortunately, we can't actually get through from this angle, so we're looking for a different way to get in. This is actually, in my opinion, quite well hidden. It's easy to miss. The little hole is here under this step, but I find that that's actually quite well hidden. You generally look... when I was playing the game, I spent all my time looking down on this right wall here and kind of didn't really think it would be in these steps. So anyway, this is where we need to be going. Through that step, rolling all the way down this side of the room, and eventually we find our way to this box. We can blow it up, we can grab our next missile tank. So I just kind of caught that out of the air, that was weird. And now we can head back into the previous corridor because there's nothing else for us to do in here. So let's just hop up these steps. I guess while we're here we could probably reactivate this bridge as well because there's nothing else for us under there. There we go. Nice and safe. Nobody's going to be falling down there. Oh god, these guys are back. Okay. Try and take care of these. Stop locking onto the little guy. Okay. These will eventually, I've seen them do it, but I'm not really sure how you trigger it, will eventually kind of make themselves little cocoons and then turn into the Kai hunters that we've just been fighting. So it's kind of cool to see them do it, but I don't really know what the trigger is and I don't really want to stand around watching, but that's just something to look out for. Anyway, in this room we have our first encounter with water. This is fun. If only we had some kind of power-up that would allow us to run through water quickly. Anyway, when we get to... oh, Jesus. A lot of enemies. Okay, these fish guys are in here and are kind of annoying. I think in this particular room, they tend to just respawn infinitely. So you just kind of got to do your best to take them out or get out of the way. What you want to be doing, I'm making a really bad job of this, is taking care of this guy with a missile. Okay, that blows him off that vent. And if you can just about see up there, there's a tiny little missile pack in the distance, so we can just about grab that ledge and roll on up and grab it. Even the getting a missile tank animation seems to be extra slow underwater. And oh, goddamn fish caused me so much trouble. Okay, so what I want to be doing is heading down to the extreme right of this room. I just keep firing as much as possible to try and take out any fish that are coming at us. This is as fast as you can shoot underwater. Even your fire rate is slow underwater for some reason. I wouldn't really think that being underwater would affect your trigger finger, but whatever. Anyway, when we get to this end, charge up and shoot this switch, and this activates this little platform up here, which will slowly make its way back to where we've just come from. So guess where we're going? Yes, back where we've just come from. Behind this grate here is some kind of power-up or pick-up. I don't remember exactly what it is, but we can't get through it just yet, so for now we're just going to have to leave it. And we make the slow, plodding walk back down to the left side of the room. This is fun. I feel like I should put some, like, slow-mo running music over this bit here. Goddamn fish. Alright, so we're nearly there. We've just got these last few steps to climb. Even jumping is terrible underwater. Okay, there we go. Now we're here, and this platform is here too. So what we need to do... Actually, I'm going to take a look down the corridor first. We will notice that there's some more of these vine guys on the ceiling. We can blow the first one up from here, but the ones in the distance are actually closed, so we need to get closer. The only way to get closer is hop onto this platform, and it will start carrying us down. We can fortunately enter first-person view whilst hanging onto it, so we can just lock onto them and blow them up as soon as they open, and they shouldn't be any problem to us. They're trying to knock us off the platform as we go past, but if we just give them a friendly missile to the face, that takes care of them nice and easily. Okay, so now we're on the upper ledge, we can carry on through this door, and oh good, there's some more water in here. Oh god, as well, some puffers, I forgot about those. Okay, so we're just going to quickly take those guys out. Okay, and there's a switch on the wall over here, so let's charge up and shoot this. Boom! And this makes the water rise. Good! More water. Just what we wanted. Wait, no, where am I going? I want to go into the right. Now that we've made the water rise, we can hop off there, into the water, but we can make it onto this upper ledge here, which we never would have been able to clear otherwise. And then we want to keep going right into the bottom of this area. There's a few more fish swimming about in here. Oof, just try and avoid them or kill them. I don't think they respawn in this room, so that's fine. Okay, there we go. I think that's all of them. Possibly. Anyway, keep running into this corner to find another little cubby hole with another missile tank in it. We'll grab that, and that takes us up to 29. And then we're going to roll back out slowly into the middle of the room. And here, you want to look up to the underside of these platforms, and you'll find another switch. We'll shoot this, and that. Wait, what? Why did that bounce off? That was weird. Let's get a little bit closer. Look, I've never seen it do that before. That was very strange. I'll shoot that. There we go. That activates that switch, and the water starts to come down again. I don't know what kind of possible purpose this room would serve on an actual ship. I have no idea, but whatever. Anyway, now that we've got those platforms down, we can make this jump onto here. Forgot about the puffers. Take those guys out. There's another one, and we can make it to this platform here. Okay, so like natural instinct is that there must be somewhere to jump from here. But all you can really do is get to this wall and wall jump off. You can't make it any higher. If you look up here, though, yes, it's the third switch of this room. We'll shoot this, and this makes the water rise again. So this is still a little bit confusing, because if you try jumping up here, there's still nothing to get to. But the water will keep rising and falling slowly over sort of a cycle of a few seconds. What you need to do is kind of, as it's going up or down, you need to get behind this wall, but onto the one behind it, and then you can wall jump up here. It's a little bit confusing that. It took me a bit of time to work out on my first playthrough, but it's not too bad. Anyway, now we're in this large open room that kind of looks like a bit of a swamp. It's got some more of those like seagull plants. Just really amuses me that they made those sound like seagulls. What you need to do is there's a few of these like trees throughout the room with like platforms on. You need to find the right one to climb up to, which it's not this one apparently. One of these. Oh, here we go. It's this one over here. Looking at the map kind of gave it away there. And eventually we will find a path that we can mothball through. Just be careful here. It's easy to go very quickly in and out of these passages, and some of them have the geemers in, which are bothersome. I didn't really just gave everybody a warning about the geemers, and then just rolled straight on into one. Anyway, at points like this, it's very easy to just roll off the track and fall out, and you have to start again. So just take it easy. There's a few more that we need to roll through. There's probably another geemer or two in here. No, not in this one. Okay. We're going up. No, we're going down this time. And then we drop down to this one. This platform actually looks like you could probably jump to it from below. No, actually, maybe not. Not with that jump height. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's not fall out. Roll on through to this one. Oh, nearly fell off. We've just got to keep going through the passages, basically. Here's another geemer that wants taken care of. Good. Eventually, when we get through to the end of these passages, is there another geemer? There is. You coming for me? Oh, hello. Someone's getting pushy. Okay, that took care of him. Good. Pushy geemers. And eventually, we make it to this platform, and there's another one of these beautiful computers on, which will deactivate the hologram, which is a shame, because I think this is kind of a cool-looking environment. And now we're just in a plain old boring room, but oh my god, this tree isn't a tree at all! it's a Groganch. It's one of these guys that we saw at the beginning of the last episode, stomping around in that corridor. So, as you can probably tell, we're going to have to fight this guy. You probably already know what his weak point is, because it's kind of very obvious. This one is actually stomping around kind of in a different fashion to the ones we saw earlier. It looks a bit more spider-like than the ones we saw before. Basically, all you want to be doing is aiming a missile or even a charge shot at its underside. Its many legs tend to get in the way, or its head, so just keep going. Eventually, you'll get through. Once you've... Whoa, hello, I left that a bit close. Once you hit it enough times... I'm going to have to move, otherwise it's going to stomp on me. They don't really seem to have many attacks other than shooting the purple things at you. Once you hit it enough times, it will flip over, and hopefully it's going to do that in a second. There we go. And now its weak point is on top, which is easier to get to in that, like, its legs aren't blocking it, but it's also very high up, and you kind of can't really hit it very well from on the underside. So you want to be making use of these platforms again to get higher. So let's cop up a few of these. There we go, got a clean shot from here. And we should be able to just nail it with a few more missiles. Let's take you out before you get to us. Now his neck's in the way, that's annoying. Okay, there we go, turn around. I'm not entirely sure how many missiles it takes, but it's not too difficult. The only thing you've really got to worry about is that the purple things as they fly at you. But generally, yeah, just keep aiming at the back. Oh, there we go, he's flipping over his own cord now. And then we'll shoot a few more missiles at him. Oh, no. Come on. I'm sure it's only a couple more once he's flipped over the second time. Wait, he's flipping again? This is odd. Oh, I did get him from there. Okay, that was cool. Anyway, eventually, he dies. With a big old crunch. They're not too difficult to take care of. Just avoid the purple things, basically. That's not the last of those that we'll be seeing either, so... But, yeah, once you've fought one, the technique's not too difficult to get the hang of. So, the map, I think, tells us that there's an item in here, but again, it's not one that we can get right now. So we're just going to carry on over to this broken elevator. Seems to use this, like, elevator design a lot in this this game. We're just going to wall jump up, and eventually we'll make our way into this navigation booth. And I think that's going to be enough for today. We made some progress. We killed a bunch of flies, we killed a big tree thing, we encountered our fluffy little friend again, and yeah, Adam's actually told us where we need to be going, rather than just giving us a vague idea of wandering around. So, next time, on Metroid Other M, we will be making our way to the research facility. Have you just moaned about Adam not giving us clear instructions? I've already forgotten where he told us to go. Anyway, we'll do that next time. So thanks for watching, everybody, and yeah, I was Sampy. See you next time for more Metroid Other M. Goodbye.